is really loud, but I've decided I'm going to vlog today.
I go to war, I fight for you. Even when I've left, I do right by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky. I go to war, I fight. Damn right.
So, if you haven't met me before, hi, my name is Alice. Great to meet you, or COVID. My hair is really greasy, hence the hat. But I have a funky scrunchie in the back, so that's cool. It is 20 to 8 in the morning. It is a Wednesday morning. You probably won't see this until the new year. I seem to always film vlogs and like never end them because I don't set a clear, oh, I'm doing it for this amount of days. I just kind of go and then forget. But I'm just going to film today. I'm going to film a day in my life in law school. Well, I'm doing a law conversion masters. I call it law school just for ease of use, comfort and ease of use. I study at the University of Bristol. I wake up at 6. The plan today, I have 2 lectures, I'm pretty sure, so I shall spend the time between them doing a bunch of prep for other workshops next week, because I have 2 workshops on Friday that I've prepped for, but then I have 2 on Monday and 2 the following Friday. I'm up to date with consolidation, which is good, and I've got some pro bono stuff I need to work on. That is where we're at. First off, I'm going to carry on with my morning routine, so I'm up and dressed and skincare and bed made, but I do have quite like, not an extensive morning routine, but I like taking my time in the morning, and there's some stuff that I like doing that makes me feel better when I start my day. So I've already listened to the Financial Times podcast, which I listen to every morning when I do my skincare. I listened to a Ladies Who Law School podcast, which is great because I haven't been able to catch up on their stuff for ages. And then I've also started listening to Oh Hey Truth, which is like a faith-based podcast. They're doing, at the minute, 1 episode every day that's like 9 minutes long, and that's been really inspiring me to like dig deep again in my faith. So I listened to that today, and we were looking at Romans. Let's just carry on. So my dad brought me coffee this morning. It is kind of cold, but I obviously appreciate it nonetheless. Normally I sit in this chair and learn a bit of French and also do a devotional for the morning, but it is a pile of books because this is me like loving my life. My sister's housemate would like to borrow some books, and I controversially actually really like lending my books to people. I've currently got a lot of books lent out. I've lent out some of my Hunger Games books, Throne of Glass, which is like one of my favourite book series ever. Some of my Percy Jackson books I've lent out. I've lent out a bunch, so I picked 15, and I'm going to send them pictures of the covers and the blurbs of each, and then she'll pick a couple that she wants, and then I can bring them over, or Grace can go and take them next time I see her. That's good. That makes me feel like I'm being useful. So, God, I'm out of breath. I'm gonna sit on the floor and do all my stuff today. So the only tricky part of this is normally I do most of my stuff on my phone, deciding whether or not to film on my iPad or to download apps. So because I've already listened to a podcast, we'll carry on the Bible-y, and then we'll swap to the French. Don't ask me why I decided to learn French. I did German at school. I think I watched a bit of Emily in Paris, and I was like, I'll learn French. And then I saw a video of Charlie Gillespie speaking French, and I was like, I'll learn French. And so we shall play Bible-y music, worship music, and it's connected to my speaker, which is behind you. So that might be quite loud for you actually. Turn it down. And then the app I use is Lectico 365. I don't know if you can hear me over the music, but I'll read it to you. As I enter prayer now, I pause to be still, to breathe slowly, to recenter my scattered senses upon the presence of God. Lord, in this busy season, please help me to be still. I am opening my ears to you now, quietly preparing my heart for the wonder of your coming at Christmas. You give me my heart, you say that I am free. I choose to rejoice in God's protection today, joining in the ancient hope of all God's people in the words of Psalm 62. I wait quietly before God, for my victory comes from him. He alone is my rock and my salvation, my fortress where I will never be shaken. Psalm 62, verses 1 and 2 and 6. Today's passage is from the book Jeremiah. God's people are in captivity, but the prophet is prophesying but the prophet is promising future freedom, life and hope. The days are coming, declares the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the people of Israel and with the people of Judah. I will put my law on their minds and write it on their hearts. I will be their God and they will be my people. No longer will they teach their neighbour or say to one another, know the Lord, because they will all know me, from the least of them to the greatest, declares the Lord. For I will forgive their wickedness and will remember their sins no more. And then their little commentary about that is, I love how active God is in this passage. I will make, I will put, I will be, I will forgive. God is not passive and powerless, but active and mighty to save. Is my relationship with Jesus characterised by striving, just try harder, or is it characterised by receiving? God, this is me. No. Or is it characterised by receiving? God, I'm sorry for when, like a toddler, I say, I can do it all by myself. I let go of striving and today I position myself to receive from you. The thing is, the one phrase that my parents have told me that I would say as a toddler was, my do it. I didn't understand, like, can I do it? I'm gonna do it. I would just say, my do it. And like, that was Alice, that was me. It was like something would happen and I'd be like, my do it. Oh my God, have I never grown out of my do it phase? Yes, you go. The reason I wanted to film this was because I feel like, because it's all on my phone and I normally film on my phone just for convenience and ease of use, I never show this, and it is a part of my life that I want to show more of. I always just think I can do it. I know that, like, oh, God is my strength, but I really struggle to like put that into practice and actually be like, it's okay. I don't have to do all of this. Like, I don't have to drain myself at law school. I don't have to X, Y, and Z, because God is my strength. And if I like turn to him, then he will provide me all the strength that I need, you know? And I always forget that. I'm like, oh, it's fine. Because I'm trying really hard at the minute to not rely so much on other people. And I think in the, like, not building walls, but like learning to be more okay with myself, regardless of the opinions of other people and things like that, that I became quite egocentric and not focused on Jesus, because I was like, okay, I need to not focus on other people's opinions, I need to focus on mine. But in the focusing on mine, I almost put Jesus to the side, you know, which is something I'm really trying to work on at the minute. So yeah, I just can't do this every day, and I'm trying to, and write down any prayers I have in here. Most of this was filled when I was really good at doing this every day, like a year ago, but nothing is ever linear and you can always come back. One thing I will actually, you know what, I will show you my new favourite like worship song at the minute. So it's called Who I Am by Need to Breathe, and the reason I love it is because it has this one line that I wrote in here the other day because it meant a lot to me. It says, you grow roses on my barren soul. And I just like, I feel like in order for us to think that we can do something useful, or for God to have a purpose for us, we feel like we need to be really important, or we need to have certain skills. But it's like, you grow roses on my barren soul. Like, I could be a shell of human being, I could have absolutely nothing, I could be my worst state ever, and you would grow roses. Like, you would still not find use to me, but like, obviously roses are meant to be like a loving, beautiful thing, and just like, you grow roses on my barren soul. It's just like, even when you feel lost and empty, in God's eyes you're still something beautiful. I don't know how to explain it, but I liked it a lot. You take my hand somehow. You really love who I really am. I push you away, still you won't let go. You grow your roses on my barren soul. Who am I to be loved by you? Who am I to be loved by you? I'm not done yet with the Bible bit. At the end, it's talking about like modifying your behaviour, and there's this quote from C.S. Lewis, the guy that wrote The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, Narnia books, you know? What Jesus promises is not behaviour modification, but transformation. holiness from the inside out. The good news is not that we get to be better people, but that we get to be a new creation, alive to the presence of God by his indwelling Holy Spirit. C.S. Lewis says it this way. This is the bit at the end, the last sentence. For mere improvement is not redemption. The redemption always improves people even here and now, and will in the end improve them to a degree we cannot yet imagine. God became man to turn creatures into sons, not simply to produce better men of the old kind, but to produce a new kind of man or woman. It's not like teaching a horse to jump better and better, but like turning a horse into a winged creature. And the reason that I love that is, as we all know, I am Pinterest obsessed. Recently I was making Pinterest boards relating to like the Percy Jackson books, so like the different cabins. I made one for cabin 3, which is Poseidon, one for cabin 7, which is Apollo, and one for cabin 6, which is Athena, right? Don't tell me I got the numbers wrong. And they're all very pretty. Like this is the Apollo one, all of the golds. Athena one is like greys and like strong words, making me want to be a strong, independent, intellectual woman. And then obviously all the Poseidon ones are like the sea, but a creature that I've been seeing so much on these boards that's like come up in the suggested has been Pegasi, right? Because that's like in the Greek mythology world and like the Poseidon world, and I know that in Percy Jackson he has Pegasus called Blackjack. And so when it was like turning horses, and like there's so many of like horses you can't see, into winged creatures, I was like, bro, I've been seeing this a lot for the past few days of like mythological versions of horses. Like they're not horses, they're different, there's something more, there's something extra, there's something like mesmerizing, and these creatures like mesmerize me. And the fact that it's like God came down not just to say, okay, this is what you kind of all were like, I'll teach you to jump a little bit better and like run a little bit better, but that we're just transformed into something completely new. I can be a Pegasus. I don't know, I love when some kind of metaphor or picture or word or something links to something that's been on your mind the past few days. I just always find that really cool. So when it was like, turn horses into winged creatures, I was like, stop, because that's all I've been thinking about for the past few days. Because I love Greek mythology, I find it so interesting. And yes, now I'll explain the French. Let me turn. Oh. Okay, it's not very interesting. Duolingo is the way we go. And here is where I am at. Not very far. I have this little notebook that a family friend gave to me, and it says Alice's type of thing, and I used to use it to plan things. It's literally got written in it like, do your chemistry homework, print off maths paper, buy prom dress. Obviously then stopped using it, and so now it's what I write all of my French in. Whenever I learn a new word, I write it in here, just so it's all in one place. I'm on the 25-day streak, so we're nearly at a month, which is fun. And yeah, I just kind of do one of these, at least one, and then depends how I'm feeling. It also depends how many lives I have on here. Sometimes I'll sit and do it for like half an hour, sometimes I'll just do it for 5 minutes. Should we do a new one? Yeah, we'll do family too. Shall we? Yeah, do family too.
Elle est contente.
Oh, that's a new word, isn't it?
Contente.
Oh, happy. Anyway, yes, I'm gonna go learn my French now. That's a really fair point. When are my classes? Criminal lecture from 11:15 to 12:15, and then I have an EU law lecture from 1:30 until 2:30. So I'll have my lunch between 12:15 and 1:30, and then I think straight at 2:30 to 3:30 I have public law lecture. So yeah, let's go cracking with the French, so I can definitely be downstairs and fed. I'm also going to go and have some Frosties, I think, after this, and make some more coffee and be downstairs by 9. So then I can try and get like 2 hours of work in before the lecture.
Summer classes start, so it'll be nice to just kind of relax, and this will probably be the last time I'm going to actively try to think about law school.
Yeah, for sure. So first we're going to start with our lows so we can end on a positive, which would be our highs, right? So
Moments where I felt not like at my lowest, really like getting my memo back from semester 1.
Okay, got a bit sidetracked by talking to mum. She's just gone on a walk with my auntie. I'm now in the house alone. I'm about to start studying. We're pushing it quite close because it's literally 5 to 9. If I want to get 2 hours in before just gone 11. That means like no breaks, but I'm determined to have breaks. But yeah, so what I'm doing today, this is so bad. Whenever I'm vlogging, I'm always doing EU law. I promise I don't spend all my time on EU law, but this is what I'm doing today. I need to finish my EU law prep, which is to start the prep tasks, which I haven't actually looked at yet. Okay, and go through this tutorial, and then I'll move on to prepping for public law if I have time to start that today. I made some tea. I made some salted caramel green tea, which we love. I can bin that now. Mum's moved the bin. Yee! And oh, what I love doing is this girl, her thing's hello, it's Angela. She seems so sweet and it makes me so happy. She does these like study with me videos, and I really like having them on next to me. I don't know what it is. I just love it. It really helps me. And normally she like sets a timer. I would do it, but there's no way my computer would handle 2 hours worth of footage. But she does it with different increments. She often does like the Pomodoro stuff. So sometimes it's like 25 minutes work, 5 minutes break, or 50 minutes work, 10 minutes break. And she's done a couple that's like a half an hour and 8 minutes. She's done one that's that, and that's my favorite because I like working in half an hour increments, because then I like being able to be like, oh, I've done an hour and a half, whatever. But I just have this on and then like pause it or skip to the breaks whenever I need to. So I'm gonna start in half an hour increments just to space up my work, and I will catch you on the flip side. Let's throw my keys.
Today we are working on tons of stuff. I have my whole to-do list here.
Just having a little break after taking sweet gal Angela's advice. I have found it actually really helps to stretch, because before I would just like sit on my phone, not sit on my phone, but like sit whilst going on my phone. But I do think it'd help if I'm taking like a longer break, like 8 minutes. I would go and like make a drink, or like go and chat to my parents for a bit. I'll probably make a drink right before my lecture. But on the brighter side, I'm pretty sure I finished the prep activities. I didn't like write a full note out, but I've made notes on it. And I don't want to jinx it because I never understand anything in EU law, but I feel like I kind of vaguely understand this. Catch me at the workshop next week not understanding anything. But that is good. So now I can start the tutorial, which is competition law, which I have to do on here, so I shall pause that helpful video. And don't mind me and my blue light glasses, just I quite like having workshops and lectures, because then it means that like if I'm trying to get like 7 hours of work done in a day, those timetabled in already takes up 3, so then it's just on me to do like 4 hours of studying, which obviously feels a lot more manageable even though I have less time. So like if I get 2 hours done now, then all I've got to do afterwards between 3:30 and going to bed is do 2 hours. So bang bang. Speaking of, I am gonna crack on. Dad, hi, it's obviously Alice, your child. Southwest Water just rang me, well, rang the home phone, and said that they tried to call you on your mobile but you didn't pick up. And I've got a number for you to ring them back on, so you should do that as soon as you can. So I'm gonna text you the number. Okay, love you lots. No problem. Bye bye. We're having a wee bit of planning permission problem with Southwest Water. On a different wonderful note, you guys can now see me doing something other than EU law. We are, folks, drumroll please, onto public law, looking at human rights. But this is what I've got. I didn't expect to finish. I didn't know how long the EU stuff would take me. So I got this down as starting on Thursday, but obviously I say get ahead. I will never get ahead because I've got a whole subunit to read. But yeah, I can start that. So I'm gonna hopefully finish the human rights tutorial before my lectures today, and then this evening I can carry on and maybe start reading a couple pages of that. Would be great, because it's now 7 minutes past 10 and I want to again get another hour in before 11:15, and the call put me back a couple of minutes, but a couple minutes is all it takes. So big bash bosh, let's go.
Not maybe in the long distance aspect, but during college, like visiting the other person.
Okay, so it is 10 past. I have like 4 minutes until my lecture thing, so I'm just making some coffee. I feel kind of cold, so I've put on some fluffy socks. I'm gonna bring a blanket downstairs, and I've got a packet of crisps because I'm like vaguely hungry, but I know that I'll have lunch in an hour, so maybe I'll save them. I'm liking listening to the podcast, but I think because I know I've got so much talking coming up, I'm just gonna play like a song. Someone hasn't, loads of people have, but Isaac Leahy playlist, and as we know, I love that man. Character, boy. And someone's made a playlist of songs that like remind them of him, and I'm like, oh my god, every single one I listen to, I'm like, this is him. So I'm just gonna listen to one of those songs whilst taking my coffee. Oh, this is... Ignore how dirty my iPad is, ew. Ow.
I think we've probably got a few more to come, judging by unusual numbers. But this is a full lecture. For us to go over, to fill in some gaps, to look at a few more right word, but sort of just quite funny one on the BBC News a while back where somebody had stolen over 100 sheep. And they were recovered, and then the fun part was they held a sort of sheep beauty parade where all the other neighbouring farmers had to come and try and pick out which ones were their sheep. So all sorts of property that can be stolen. If we think about these three offences again, the common element between them all, do you remember? There's one element that's common to all three.
Dishonesty.
Any offers?
Dishonesty?
Yes, Hannah and Douglas, you say dishonesty.
My mic's off, don't panic. So is my camera.
You need to be able to accurately
Why am I so cold? Cold-hearted bitch. That's enough. I really have a good look going. But I finished now. I can go have lunch with my mama. Turn the light off. I'm not a heathen. Well. Hello, mother.
Hello, babe. Tablespoon or so.
Did she just say champagne vinegar?
I love the sweetness of honey. You don't want to add too much.
Not paying attention, are you, Mum?
Now,
2004-38. If anyone can hear, knowledge and techniques.
I'm loving this because our puppy is there and he keeps making that noise. And
which those may be justifiable.
it's bringing me a lot of joy.
Bye.
He overran by 5 minutes.
Hi everyone.
I need a wee.
We have got a big lecture ahead of us today. So because you've only just finished with this one, I'm going to give you guys a bit of a should we have a 5-minute break, and that'll give you a chance to sort of change your folders around and get your manuals and have a comfort break as well, and then we can crack on with lecture 6 today in public. So I'll see you back here at
Whoa. Okay. Going for a wee. That time lapse, I fidget so much. Here's your explanation. It is now 5:20. My last lecture was meant to finish at 3:30. I finished at 4. Went upstairs, talked to Mum for about 10 minutes. Then went in my room and was like, I'm having a break. And then, so here we are, a substantial while later. So I have work to be doing. Oh, I left my glasses upstairs. It's fine, I don't need them to read. That sounded sarcastic. I don't need them, they're blue light glasses. Okay, so what was I doing? Public law prep. I'm gonna do that. I got myself tea. She's a catch, little snitch. mug. This is lemon and ginger because I haven't had that in a while. And then dinner tonight. What is dinner? I've been told, but casserole. That's going to be about 6:30. Oh, so I only have an hour and 10 minutes. Cool. Yeah, I can do 2 half-an-hour bits with a little break. Adios then, friends. I'm going to get cracking. I'll crack you in a minute. I'm pretty sure the last time I vlogged was when I just started studying again after I'd had a break after the lectures. So what I did was studied for an hour and then went and checked on my car. Came back, had dinner with mum and dad and watched TV, and then just had a shower, washed my hair. It's currently 10 to 9. This is the earliest I've been in bed. I was considering going back downstairs to study because I've done 6.5 hours today and it'd be really good to get past the 7 mark, but I was like, you know what? I also got a result back from my mock, which I'm not too happy with. I'm okay with, but I haven't told anyone. Normally I would like chill and then shower, but I was like, you know what? Get ready now. I'm all in bed. I'm probably either going to read my book or read something on my phone or watch some TV. I haven't really decided. I haven't cleaned my teeth yet in case I want like sleepy tea later. This is going to be it from me. I hope you guys have enjoyed today. I think I tried to film a bit more of my studying because normally I just kind of talk about what I'm doing. I don't actually show me like studying, and obviously my morning routine, that was quite cool. So yeah, that is all from me for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and had an amazing day. I'm going to love you and leave you, and I shall see you hopefully next Monday with another video. Bye.